The story begins in the shadow of the Carpathian Mountains, where mist curls around ancient fortresses and the wind whispers secrets of a time long before any empire laid claim to this land. Romania, a crossroads of Europe, a place where east meets west, where mountains meet plains, where rivers have carried both traders and invaders across millennia. For centuries, the question has haunted historians, anthropologists, and the people themselves. Where do Romanians really come from? Some whispered that the Dacians, fierce mountain warriors, still lived in spirit among their descendants. Others believed Rome had swept through like a tidal wave, leaving nothing but ruins and Latin inscriptions. And then there were those who suspected that both truths were intertwined, that the Romanian identity was a living testament to a fusion of conqueror and conquered. Until now, proof was elusive. Written records fade, artifacts crumble, and legends blur fact from myth. But DNA does not lie. Scientists have begun to peer into the past in ways historians could only dream of. From labs buzzing with fluorescent light to excavation sites where dust still clings to ancient bones, researchers have traced the threads of human history in the double helix. Every nucleotide carries a memory. Every sequence tells a story of survival, migration, conquest, and adaptation. And in Romania, the stories encoded in DNA are nothing short of astonishing. Picture a laboratory bathed in cool, clinical light. Petri dishes, microscopes, and sequencers hum quietly. Here, scientists examine fragments of bone from Iron Age graves, Roman settlements, and early medieval cemeteries. Each genome is a time capsule, offering a window into lives lived thousands of years ago. Outside, in the valleys of Transylvania and the rolling plains of Muntenia, archaeologists brush centuries of soil from the edges of stone fortresses, revealing the homes of people who worshipped gods of thunder, fire, and the earth itself. What they found is shocking. The Dacians did not vanish. Their genetic signature persists, flowing quietly through the veins of modern Romanians. More than half of today's genome in the region comes directly from local Iron Age populations, unbroken for millennia. The mountain warriors, once believed defeated and absorbed entirely by Rome, survived, not in myths or legend, but in the very biology of the people who call these lands home. The Roman colonists did leave their mark, yet it was only a layer, a subtle brushstroke over a much older canvas. Mediterranean ancestry appears primarily in southern and western Romania, echoing where Roman roads and settlements once thrived. But rather than replacing the Dacians, the Romans mingled with them, intermarried, exchanged language and culture. From this union arose something new, a people both ancient and Romanized, the earliest Romanians. Even later waves of migration, the Slavs, the steppes horse-riding tribes, and Balkan neighbors added only minor accents to this deep genetic symphony. DNA shows that despite centuries of conquest, the core population remained remarkably stable. This is a story not of erasure, but endurance. The Romanian people are connected to a lineage that stretches far beyond the Roman Empire, threading back to the first European farmers who arrived from Anatolia over 8,000 years ago. Imagine the Neolithic villages, clay rooftops and woven reed fences, the first European farmers tending the soil, offering grain to earth goddesses, shaping pottery that would survive millennia. They met local hunter-gatherers, exchanged genes and knowledge, and together laid the foundation for cultures like the enigmatic Cucuteni-Trypillian civilization. Later, Indo-European migrants arrived, riding horses and carrying new languages, tools, and myths. Out of this melting pot, the Thracian and Dacian peoples emerged, ancestors of the modern Romanian. By the time ancient Greeks chronicled their travels, the Dacians were already legendary, fierce, proud, and deeply spiritual. Their fortresses still stand today, massive stones stacked with a precision that defies the ages, watching silently over the valleys below. Their belief in immortality shaped not only their lives, but also their death rituals. To them, death was transformation, not the end. They worshipped Zalmuxis, a god of wisdom and rebirth, a belief system whose echoes persist subtly in Romanian folklore to this day. Now, genetics confirms what artifacts have long suggested. When Rome invaded, the Dacians resisted with unmatched ferocity. Decebalus, their king, became immortal in stone and story, a symbol of defiance against the might of the empire. Even after the conquest, when Dacia was absorbed as a Roman province, many fled to the mountains, preserving their way of life beyond imperial reach. History assumed they had been erased. DNA proves otherwise. They endured. Yet the story of Romania is not only written in blood. Language, culture, and identity reveal another layer where the Romans' mark lingers. Trajan's legions brought Latin, law, architecture, and trade. Over centuries, Latin evolved into Romanian, the only Romance language east of the Carpathians. This is a people whose DNA tells one story while their tongue tells another, both ancient, both true. In the shadows of Roman cities and Dacian fortresses, the blending of peoples created a culture neither entirely Roman nor entirely Dacian. Archaeogenetic studies reveal the layers: Southern European DNA from settlers, traces of Slavic migration, yet an unbroken core connecting modern Romanians to Iron Age ancestors. The Carpathians and their forests acted as guardians, preserving this lineage through centuries of chaos. Goths, Huns, Avars, they arrived, left their marks in history, but the people remained. Each archaeological dig, each sequenced genome, each artifact is a revelation. Burial customs, pottery, symbols, continuity stretches unbroken for centuries. The Dacian did not disappear. They were woven into the fabric of new identities, their bloodline persistent, their culture subtly influencing what would become Romanian folklore, spirituality, and communal life. And so, Romania emerges not as a footnote in Roman history, but as a living palimpsest, inscribed with the triumphs and resilience of its ancestors. Modern Romanians carry this history in their DNA. One could see it in the eyes of shepherds guiding flocks through misty valleys, in the hands of farmers tending fertile plains, in the voices speaking a language that echoes both mountains and empire. Over 60% of Romanian DNA still bears the markers of Dacian and Thracian ancestry. Roman influence, though present, is a layer atop something much older.
Picture a map of ancient Europe, tracing rivers of migration and conquest. Paths of traders and armies intersect with streams of ancient bloodlines. It becomes clear that history is not only written in texts or carved in stone, it is inscribed in us. The Romanian story is a testament to survival, blending, and the subtle persistence of identity. The journey back in time does not stop with Rome or the Dacians. Even earlier chapters unfold in the genetic record. Neolithic farmers mingled with local hunter-gatherers, forming cultures that would influence Thracian society. Steppe migrations introduced Indo-European languages and equestrian technology, further shaping the emerging cultural mosaic. Every wave of migration, every conquest left traces, but none erased the foundation. It remained resilient and unbroken. As we move through centuries, we see language, law, and culture evolve. Roman cities gave way to abandoned roads, fortresses reclaimed by forests. Yet the Romanian tongue endures, a living echo of ancient Rome. Dacian spirit persists, a whisper from the mountains. In every Romanian face, every gesture, every word, there is a reflection of thousands of years of history. Blood and culture intertwined, telling a story that no book alone could convey. Now, as modern science peers into this genetic tapestry, we are invited to see history differently, not as a series of conquests and losses, but as a continuous, living lineage. Every citizen of Romania is a custodian of this extraordinary past. From the first European farmers to the Dacian warriors, from Roman settlers to medieval villagers, their DNA carries the narrative forward. Each strand is a connection, linking the present to 1,000 generations before. Imagine walking through a Carpathian valley at dawn. Mist hangs low, dew glimmers on leaves, and the stones of ancient fortresses rise above the trees. You can almost feel the pulse of the past. Here, DNA and archaeology intersect, revealing truths that history alone could not tell. Dacian resilience, Roman influence, and later migrations are threads in the same fabric, woven together by time and survival. The story reaches a climax, not with a battle, but in the quiet revelation of continuity. Despite invasions, empires, and the ebb and flow of human ambition, one truth endures. The Romanian people are the direct descendants of one of Europe's most ancient civilizations. Their DNA carries the essence of the Dacian, Thracian, and early European populations. Their language carries the soul of Rome. Their culture, traditions, and identity are a living fusion, shaped by millennia, yet astonishingly intact. This is why Romania is unique among European nations. It is a place where the mountains and valleys guard secrets older than Rome, where language and DNA tell complementary stories, and where continuity defies conquest. From the first farmers to today's citizens, the Carpathians have witnessed the unbroken pulse of a people who survived against odds, who adapted, merged, and endured. As we stand at the threshold of history and science, there is a final lesson. DNA is more than biology. It is memory, culture, and identity encoded in molecules. The Romanian story demonstrates that even when history seems to erase a people, their essence can endure quietly, invisibly, through time. In every village, every city, every family, that ancient pulse continues. So, the next time you walk through the streets of Bucharest or the valleys of Transylvania, remember that you are walking alongside echoes of Dacian warriors, Roman settlers, and ancient Europeans. Each face, each smile, each gesture is a testament to survival, resilience, and identity. History is not only in textbooks, it lives in us. Romanians are both children of the mountains and heirs of the empire. Their story is one of fusion and continuity, of survival against waves of change. DNA, language, and culture converge to tell a narrative that is both human and extraordinary. It is a story of who we are and where we come from, a story written not just in history, but in our very cells. If this journey through time has sparked your curiosity, dive deeper into your own ancestry, explore your roots, and discover the ancient echoes hidden within your DNA. Subscribe for more journeys into the hidden history of humanity. From Neolithic villages to Roman fortresses, from Dacian warriors to modern Romania, the tale is clear. The past is never truly gone. It persists, quietly, within us. And in that persistence, we find a profound connection to the countless generations who came before. Even as empires fell and armies marched across these lands, one constant remained: the enduring legacy of a people tied to their soil, their mountains, and their history. The Romanian identity, layered yet unbroken, is a testament to survival, resilience, and the mysterious power of continuity. So when you hear the Romanian language or see a mountain village nestled among the Carpathians, remember, this is more than culture. It is DNA speaking across millennia, telling a story of ancestors who lived, fought, and endured. A story that is still being written today. And as we close this chapter of discovery, let the story inspire you to look at your own heritage in a new light. Explore the hidden threads woven into your blood, the ancient narratives carried silently through time. And don't forget to share your journey, subscribe for more stories of human history, and join us as we continue to uncover the secrets written in our very cells. Because in the end, the past is not behind us, it flows through us. It is alive in every heartbeat, every breath, every story we tell. And for Romania, the story is nothing less than extraordinary, a living testament to the enduring spirit of humanity.